Yay, we're live. Okay. Now let me just do my usual check-in over in the Facebook group and actually probably on YouTube as well. Don't forget, please, to click the StreamYard link so that I am able to see your name whenever you leave a comment. Otherwise, it'll just say, hey Sandra, it'll just say Facebook user. Haven't had any comments on YouTube as of yet. Let me see if I can do a test and see if it shows up, because it doesn't say anything. Let me just test. Does it come up? Does it come up in here? I know there is a slight delay. Oh, you have 4 eyeballs already. Holy smokes. Hi. Please say hello. I know there is a bit of a delay in between the comments and the software that I'm using. So please bear with me. Oh, well, okay. So YouTube users show up as well. Great. That's handy. And I don't even think that they need to click the StreamYard link, but that could be a lie, because I know, like, I am the admin of that page and all that. So let me just check. The video is streaming live so I can see the names of everyone. Hey, Caroline. Hello. What, you missed being live? We were live on Monday. Are you mad? No, see, whenever you left that comment there, so I can't see your name. That's the only reason. So you're staying within Facebook. You just, whenever you click that StreamYard link, you are giving them permission to read your name, and that's the only thing. Don't worry. I'm guessing this is Lisa. Is it? Or Rachel? Oh, there I am there. There I am there. Yep, Lisa, got ya. Hiya, Sharon. Sharon got her COVID vaccine, which is great news. I'm really glad to hear that. But suffering, which is not so great news. Oh, that's right. We were live every day together last week. I forgot about that already. I've been busy. But yeah, oh my goodness. Yes, I really do enjoy those challenges. They're a lot of fun. So Lisa, you're absolutely fine. Just the only reason we ask you to click on that StreamYard link is so that I can see your name like this. Hello, you Lida. Hello. And hi, Caroline. I know I said hello. I love your dogs. Love them. Just, I need a t-shirt that just says, I want to pet your dog. Oh my goodness, 11 folks already. Okay, so the poll this week was folks wanted to feel more creatively confident and building creative confidence, and doing something called Zentangles does that. Sorry, Sandra, I will just get your name off the screen. So thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I can see. See, there we go. Woo, there you are. So what I did was I created like a 10 by 10 dot grid in my bullet journal, and I offered a printable dot grid page just in case you didn't have a bullet journal. And you can either do like 3 big squares on it, 4, whatever you want, 6, however many. I don't normally do Zentangles. I used to do them a lot, and I used to really enjoy them because they are a wonderful mindfulness practice, but they are really great at forming specific pathways in your brain, which will help you to identify patterns easier. It will help you to really relax. It will, so many things, so many great things that are going to happen. I know that Valentina, she was doing some diamond painting yesterday and catching up on an old session, and she was like brought back to her childhood. She was like, oh my God, I could remember a stand-up routine I saw whenever I was a child in painting. I was like, what? That's crazy. So I hope that you will do these with me and share your homework. I do not want to overwhelm you by any means at all. So I'm doing like really simple versions. And after this, I'll take a picture of the ones that I did and I'll share them in the group to show you. I should probably have done it step by step, but sure, we're this way now. Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to move this so you are able to see my paper properly. And I'm just trying something new. There we go. Oh, careful. Careful. Is that going to fall? Oh, no. It might. It might do. So let's move that out of the way. It didn't work. Okay. This is where we are. So The things that I have chosen are a black marker, just so that you can see them easier. You don't have to do them with a thick black marker like this, a Pentel sign pen. This is just a rollerball ink pen. Again, you don't have to use this. This type of pen smudges, but I am going with big thick lines so that you'll be able to see them and they will be easy to see. Pencil, in case you want to put, like, trace out your Zentangles first so you know where you're going. Eraser, and brush for erasing your stuff. That's just a pro tip for you. If you ever erase something, don't go like this to brush it away. Use a brush and it won't smudge your work like I did earlier whenever I was drawing this thing. So I'm going to start with some simple lines. Where are we? I'll go. Oh. So I want to know, how was everybody's week apart from Sharon getting her vaccine? I know that Charlotte also got her vaccine, which is fantastic, and I'm really pleased about. Sandra, how's Daisy? What's the crack with her? Daisy, did you ever flip and post those pictures of Daisy that I asked you to post, or did you forget? And don't forget, guys, that so you all chose those gorgeous 36-piece silk style watercolor crayons as a giveaway. And you're here, you're eligible because you're chatting and you're saying hello. It's just to remind you that it is running for like 2 weeks as of today. And you've got plenty of time to like share your homework and talk to each other, get to know each other a little better. And if you guys want any of those toilet roll papers that I've been sharing in nearly every flipping video, I'm happy to post internationally. I think it's about £6 possibly to ship internationally. And if you are happy enough to cover the postage, then I will send you as many as you want. I know, Yulia, have you started using yours yet? When is Easter Sunday? I feel so behind. I don't know when anything is. So this is just like a simple diamond grid that I have created here. And what I am going to do is just do some curved lines over here. So almost like a leaf shape over the lines. And what we're doing is using these boxes as a container to create wee tiny patterns, and then we'll fill them in. And I really like these kinds of ink pens, especially water-based ones, because if you are drawing, then Claire from Paw Prints and Paper will tell you, you can get some really amazing effects just with a tiny bit of water. Like, it gets really dramatic. You can add your own shadows and things just by using the water itself. Oh, farts. So I'm going to fill these in, so they don't need to be perfect, and I'm not worried about them being perfect, but I'm never really worried about anything being perfect, if I'm perfectly honest. Oh, farts. Almost swore there as well. Easter's in 2 weeks. Oh, thanks very much. On the ball, Sharon, even though you're not feeling well. I hope you've got somebody there to bring you cups of tea. I was looking at all of the Easter egg options in Sainsbury's, and I was genuinely asking, I was like, how many Easter eggs is too many Easter eggs for a childless grown-ass woman to eat on Easter Sunday by herself? Give them to me. I get some labs. Had to go get some labs. Tons of people because there were 6. Oh my word. Rachel. I'm sure it was incredibly overwhelming. Jeez. Yeah, I was on the phone to my doctor earlier, and she was saying, like, well, you could get a blood pressure machine, or you could just come into the surgery. Nope, I will not be doing that. Thank you. Absolutely not. How did that happen? How did what happen now? I've lost myself, Jackie, but thank you. So simple patterns, and then we will use this marker to fill it in because it'll be faster. You know me, I like doing things quickly. And then if you have used pencil to create your grid in the background, or even because you can add more patterns within these places here. You don't have to create these black lines. You can literally do these patterns in any way you like. Zentangles are a lot of fun. I know a lot of folks love doing them with mandalas and just creating patterns, and you can do them traditionally. They're done with black pen, but I think this would make a beautiful tile, do you know, in like a Delft blue, you know, that kind of traditional China blue. Is that what it's called, China blue? Easter getting so fat. Yeah, I know, it was like only Christmas the other day. I'm positive it was just Christmas yesterday. I am always losing track of time, and people's birthdays coming around today. But that was only, it happened, what? So is Charlotte here this evening, or she missed it? Stressful week at work. Oh yeah. Did you see the music that I sent you earlier, Yulita? Did you like it? Hey, Stacy, welcome. So yeah, I quite enjoy doing Zentangles whenever they're not very small and complicated type ones. I like the easy ones. You know me, high ROI in like quick time, please and thank you, because it means it's achievable. I'm getting regular boosts of dopamine without having to flip and work too hard for it, and I'm actually enjoying the process. Yulita, have you managed to keep up with your bullet journal this week? 20 to 25. Is that LB's pounds? Oh yeah, if you're in the States, yeah. Of course it would be. It wouldn't be stone, Claire, you friggin' donkey. Honest to God. Okay, so let's go. I'm just gonna do a chevron pattern, but I'm not doing it in any kind of perfectionist way. I will put this here because I might go too far. Look at, oh, farts. Okay, it's a curved one now. Whoops. So this is like, I remember telling you that I was doing an art call with my friend, and I was that busy concentrating on what I was doing, like I totally forgot I was on a call with her. Like I was so focused, and I was so quiet, and whenever she just started talking again, I jumped out of my skin. I was like, Jesus, woman, I forgot you were there. So you have to keep talking to me, otherwise I will go quiet, and that is not good if you are hosting a Facebook Live. But I did actually go out in the sunshine earlier, which was pretty nice. Some very rare sunshine here. And let me see. So just make those a bit more pronounced. Tell me this, folks. Have you watched anything interesting recently? I ended up watching Flight of the Conchords this week, like from the beginning, and I finished it. And then I started watching Bounty Hunters on Now TV, finished it as well. Sometimes the shows aren't long enough, and I was that tired yesterday that I just put something on in the background and hit play. Oh no, I've missed a space. Oh, farts. Doesn't matter. Like, I'm never going to beat myself up over messing up. It's not worth it. Oh. So what am I doing? This way then? Geez, I'm getting really warm in here. Where? Oh yes, Sharon knows about us where you were, but I absolutely know where you are. Never mind. You always get better weather than we would, because we would get weather similar to Scotland here in Northern Ireland. Like, it's really rather cold quite often. Actually, I will. Yep. Use that marker. Jackie, I'm sorry, you're going to have to remind me again. I know it's in the States. Did your daddy have a good birthday? Well, you know what I mean. I saw your lovely post earlier. It was so nice. Oh no, my marker's running out. Oh no. Don't you dare. Do you know, I think the last time I stocked up on any kind of sign pen like this, the Pentel sign pen, would have been 2012. So I may be due a wee trip online to the art supply shop. Oh no, how terrible. Iowa, yes. Ooh. I have never watched RuPaul's Drag Race, but I do very much adore RuPaul. Ever since I saw her in To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. Oh, one of my favorite movies ever. Okay, and you can also, like, you're not limited to doing lines in these things. Oh my God, yes, To Wong Fu. I love that movie. Oh, Patrick Swayze, bless him. So whenever you are doing circles or half circles or just curved lines, I really like to just keep the general rule, if I'm layering them, of starting my next one kind of in the middle of the last one, just to keep the space somewhat even. But again, does not have to be perfect. That's never what we're aiming for. It is always the process that we are here to enjoy. And it's really important that you remember that it doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing does, because it's not actually possible. I have a friend who also loves that To Wong Fu movie. Oh, we laugh so hard together. I don't usually add color to my Zentangles, but I was thinking this one would make a really beautiful tile with, like, maybe some turquoise this part, and then maybe a light gray flower in the background, perhaps. I think that would be nice. In fact, I would probably like those tiles in my house. Make a nice pattern as well for a mug. Do you, I know that you have done like every flipping kind of art journal, Stacey. Oh no! Do you add color to your Zentangles, or have you done so in the past? Okay, careful, careful, careful. And then I will color in these kind of central bits. So it's also important to point out that every time you finish one of these kind of squares and complete a Zentangle, you'll get a wee teeny mini boost. Hey Wendy, welcome! But nothing group. Hold on now. Beading kits from local free group. Buy nothing group. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have so many things, Anita, that I would definitely wear that as a blouse. So many things from my art journal. And I'm actually on a website called Vita where I can upload my artwork and sell it as clothing, but like I just want it for myself. I'm not really that arsed about selling it to other people. I just want to wear it for me. But I haven't gotten around to taking any pictures of the stuff, but I really should. I can imagine it getting pretty expensive though pretty quickly. So this pen I wanted to point out, like this is not a fancy pen. This came in like a double pack from a supermarket, and it's one of my favorite drawn pens ever. I always kind of look for a rollerball tip. Are you able to see that? Is it in focus? A rollerball tip like this, and make sure it's inky, and they're mostly water-based so that blending can occur really easily. It's only 20 past, that's good. You could also do these kinds of things on Post-it notes or scrap pieces of paper. I chose the dot grid journal because just the dots were there and they were really handy for a guide, especially if you're new to doing Zentangles, but there's no hard and fast rules. You can just do it on a scrap piece of paper and just create patterns. Again, it is the process that's the most important part. Right now, this one. And then that one. Oh, you could, brilliant idea, Stacey, that you could take one of your designs and then put it onto a canvas. I have got some pretty small canvases actually that would be perfect for that. I did find them. I was talking about them last week, couldn't find them, and then find them like immediately as soon as I finished the call. Now where have I put them? Every flipping time. Oh, jeepers. Oh, here. See, they're only wee. You just put it directly on to these. I love buying these in multiple packs though, and like you could really create a pretty fun wee gallery wall for yourself. Yeah, they are calligraphic pieces. I really do enjoy doing them. And let's see if I can do this one without ruining it. Actually, I'll start up here. If I'm just going to say, if Charlotte is watching the replay, Stacey is actually the lady who created the workbook that I sent you. So making connections everywhere, guys, making connections. Oh, Stacey, I have something to send you. There is a link where you can sign up to be a mentor and do a letter writing campaign for disabled youngsters to just empower them and give them hope. And I think you would be perfect for it. I think it is the Disabled Empower Her Network, but I will just double check. I was given the link yesterday and I will send it to you. I signed up. I think you would be perfect for it. And if anybody else is interested, I will more than happily send you the link, but it is about being a mentor to disabled youngsters. This feels so strange because I know I'm doing straight lines at the moment, but because I'm on the diagonal, I'm all over the show. That would look good on some of the watercolor backgrounds and secret journal pages. You're absolutely right, Jackie. Love that idea. I think we will do a couple of weeks of techniques and then we'll round it up and kind of put everything together. I think that could be fun, like we did last time with the layering, where we just brought everything we had learned onto the one piece. And I hope that, like, during the week, if you want to do something creative, I would love to know, is there a subject that you love the most? So for example, I absolutely love drawing flowers. They are my favorite thing to draw. So I have just lots of random line drawings that I do and cut out on paper so that I have them for whenever I am doing a layered journal piece. Ooh, farts. One thing about these pens, as much as I love them, if you don't allow the ink to fully dry before you move your ruler across it, it will smudge and you will be mad. Oh, drawing flowers is a lot easier than you would think, and I actually really like this is super scribbly. I had a conversation with a lady in a watercolor group, and she was saying that she suffered from tremors, like in her hand, and that she was really struggling to like her artwork because of it. And I told her that I also suffer from those things. And after my dislocations, I've had to teach myself how to write again a couple of times and learn how to draw all over again from scratch. And that I really have come to embrace the way that I do draw in my scrappy old style, because it's my style and it is very distinctly and uniquely me. And it is a fantastic way to identify her artwork as her artwork. And then just that one comment from me totally changed her mind, which just thrilled me to no end, because it means that you can embrace a scrappy kind of drawing style. And this is just one. I started off with one line and took it for a walk. Sorry, can't see. I literally just started here and just started drawing what I could see. You have a block around flowers. So whenever I was learning how to paint and draw flowers, I really studied them. I had flowers in the house. I would look at them. I would notice the shapes that I was seeing. And I actually became way better at painting flowers the worse my eyesight got, because what I was seeing whenever I wasn't wearing my glasses was just highlights and lowlights. So it was way easier. That's a fun chevron pattern. I like that. Oh, you could add more lines to that actually on one side. Let's do that. I'm just going to go loose, not with the ruler. Can't be bothered. So this would be an ideal opportunity to do this in watercolor, or try watercolor pencils and then spray with water and see what happens, or even the Tombow markers because they're water based, or even those watercolor crayons that are being given away. Ugh, farts. Oh no. Okay, down here. So yeah, with tremors, I wouldn't worry too much about it because it really can add a very unique and scribbly style. and you would be surprised how identifiable your flowers are, even with like tremor drawing. And like mine are as such that like I will just go straight across the page. If I'm trying to concentrate and keeping my hand straight for too long, it'll just go whoop and just totally smear and wreck the place. Part of me wishes that I had done these bottom two boxes like a colour, because I do have colourful pens beside me. I've got those Jelly Roll Moonlit ones that Buffy Ray loves so much, and souffle pens. This really kind of reminds me of the 80s patterns. They were hardcore in the chevrons, weren't they? In yellow and grey. Caroline Lee, yes, I understand that. I should have brought up what I have. I have like a wee grip trainer for your hands. I've actually got several in light, medium, and heavyweight, but it's just I use the light ones, and also squeezy stress balls to build up my thingy-majigs, my muscles in my hands, so that I can hold on to things. Otherwise, yeah, I get tingling and everything in my hands. So let's try a bit of colour, see what happens. Trusty old usual colours. Now, where will I do this? I think I will go for pink. And I will forego the ruler. Actually, no, just top layer is going to be pink. I've decided. It has been decreed. And it won't be perfect, and I'll be fine. Pen and then shaking. I get that. Is your grip, do you have arthritis, or is it something else that you have with your hand? I have a damage in my neck. It's not a lot of damage, but it's enough damage for me to be frustrated and for me like to spasm every so often. Now, do I go entire diamond blue and just do diamond? Yeah, let's go diamonds. Yes, Stacey. Yes. Where are they? I was using them the other day. I've got these. These are my gloves, and they're very helpful. I don't know that they are a brand. I think they're unbranded. Couldn't tell you where I got them either. Like Amazon or eBay, one of those two places. But they do help. What, are you able to see that yellow? I don't know that you are. It's a bit bright. Yeah, they're compression ones. Does anybody else? I know that we're all different ages here, but because I have to flip and find stuff like compression gloves. Oh no, I did the wrong end. I've been getting ads for friggin' over 60s, dear. So how dare you? How dare you, Google? How dare you? Oh no. So for your homework, I would love for you to try at least 2 Zentangles. They don't have to be small and detailed. They can be large, and you can just do however big or small you want. You could also do just wee teeny weeny ones if you wanted, but I would just love for you to spend a few minutes trying it out. Yeah, these are like my go-to shades. Love them. This is like a harlequin pattern, isn't it? Didn't know that's where it was going, but that's where it went. And now pick another color for the last square. Someone pick a color, any color, and providing I have it, I'll use it. Oh, farts to you, sir. Farts to you. I still have some pencil lines to erase there, but it looks pretty good. It's fun. Oh, a wave would be nice. Like a wavy pattern. Oh, jeez. Okay. Orange. I haven't done orange. Now, what's that one? Souffle or jelly roll? Let's do jelly roll. Green. Oh, sorry. There we go. Light green. Now I've got a light green souffle, but I might need to use a Tombow. Let me see. I'll use this. Yep, that'll do. And I think I will add lines first. And then to cross. Yulita, how have you got on with your decluttering? Have you, man, I know work was very stressful. I'm not trying to stress you out at all. I've been decluttering. I've had to stop actually because I was doing like one piece a day, but now just over lockdown, I have filled so many boxes and the charity shops are not accepting, so I'll need to stop. But I was on such a roll. It was such a good habit I was developing. Well, that's good, Yulita. Do you work weekends or are your shifts all over the place? So These are very simple Zentangle patterns, and you can see, like, once you've got your grid, they're not going to take you a very long time. And you can have a lot of fun playing about with pattern and color and just seeing where it takes you. And then that in turn helps you to notice a lot of pattern in the real world. Just when you're going about your business, you will see more and more patterns. As you walk through places, you will notice them a lot more and start to pay attention. You could design some beautiful mugs and t-shirts and blouses and ties and whatever the heck you like. But most importantly, it's an incredibly meditative process, and it is great for your brain. Sharon, love, you still with us? How are you feeling? If you're pooped, please don't feel bad about going to sleep. I know your body needs it. Kaboom. So there's that last one. That's not too bad for a little farting about, right? You had an accidental clean out. Oh no! Well, I love how you said accidental clean. I don't know if I've ever done that. So yeah, that is really going to help you to just get more confident with your creativity and patterns. My glasses are all wonky. They can be a lot of fun to do and to make. I know that I shared my Paint Plan Play art journal with you before. But it was kind of doing the same, but with a lot of paint. And oh god, now I'm taking everything with me. These cables and everything. So let me see. I know I was messing around with pattern and playing with the mark making that we did in session 1. We can do these marks within our Zentangle blocks, and you can just mark off any space that you want to play around with more pattern creation. So this is one stamp and just 2 ink pads, and I was messing around just to see the types of patterns that I could create. Yay, Lisa, I'm so glad. You can go sideways if you want and just use one solid color. Just putting stamps and stuff everywhere. You can do these in your Zentangle boxes, and it is a lot of fun to do. And this is just like a doily stamp set. Had a lot of fun just messing around, testing out paints, testing how they look. I kind of loved the way the grey looked, and I wouldn't have ever thought that, yeah, that grey ink pad, that's exactly what I'm going to use. But it turned out really, really well. And that's just inspiration. Things I ended up using the patterns that I had. Oh, I love catalogs. The Boden catalog in particular, they have some beautiful patterns, and they always have their gals up against some gorgeous patterns as well. Ended up using these as journal cards for a December Daily album. Like, this is from 2015. It was a very long time ago. And I did the same on kind of record card size pieces where just mess. Oh, too bright. Can't. Stamps. More stamps. Yep, sideways. Have to be sideways. This is bright yellow, so you might not be able to see it at all. Whoa, nope. Watercolor, mark making, just playing around, messing around with different types of mark making and pattern. So the grid itself is watercolor. Those little black dots are just pen, and the gold is done using the end of a glue stick dipped in paint. So more stamps, but that's a bit bright. More stamps. That, like, brilliant postcard. Fantastic for like Project Life or something like that. And more stamps you can almost see, and more pattern creation. Just testing paint, testing like what we can do with just taking something really simple like the marks that we make and repeating them into something gorgeous, playing with color, playing with the idea of texture. This is the glue stick, the end of a glue stick dipped in paint again, on pale pink background using gold paint, white paint, and pink paint. Like, it is so simple. Yep, Anita, you are 100% right. It would look great on fabric. And it's, again, you're getting all those mental health benefits, and it is really fun to do. So this paint plan play was with an artist and pattern surface designer called Ashley G. I think her surname is Goldberg. It is back from 2015. I don't know if she is still available online and still going, but I know that she was selling her patterns to Target and loads of different stores and clothing lines and all the rest. So get yourself a binder or an art journal and just give yourself permission to create and enjoy yourself. It's really important to take that time out for yourself. And I am so grateful to have you here. Holy smokes. And I want to know, do you have any questions for me at all? I had so much fun just farting about there and doing Zentangles. The pieces at the front, yep. So, which pieces are we talking about? This is just, where's the camera? This way. I'll go this way. So, this is, what's that? Binder part? Jesus. Again, just acrylic paint and then mark making over the top. More mark making. So do you remember the color, the watercolor journal that I showed you last week? Where I was able to kind of identify every single emotion I would have been feeling whenever I was painting. Like they would make I know, doesn't it, Yulita? You're absolutely right. Like these would make perfect backgrounds for doing something like this, like just stamping over the top. I think this would look great if I did the secret journaling technique over the top, loads of like big loopy scripty letters, and then with maybe a wee bit of gesso on top of that, potentially some white tissue paper, or maybe even pattern tissue paper in black and white. Yeah, that's absolutely right. It is so much easier than we think to create impressive pieces of art. Do you know what really is like a bugbear of mine? Do you know those people who would like go into a gallery and see layered artwork and they'd be like, I could do that. It's like, no, you can't. You cannot. So the mixed media journal is kind of like a smooth paper. I prefer watercolor paper, and in my Art by Marlene journals, it's all watercolor paper. But the stuff in the mixed media journal is a bit like Bristol board, which I have here. Hang on. And Bristol board is super, super, super smooth. There's no tooth on it. So very, very smooth. Whereas watercolor paper has a bit of grit on it. Let me see if I've got a blank piece in here. Like, can you see the tooth on that? I don't know that you can. So a tooth in watercolor paper is like the wee divots, the wee bits in the paper, and you can get it cold pressed or hot pressed, which means that whenever the paper is being put through the rollers, when all the paper is being layered on top of each other and squeezed together, it's either hot or it's cold, and one is kind of a bit smoother than the others. So I personally prefer watercolor, but that is because I use a lot of watercolor. If you're going to be using a lot of gesso and a lot of acrylic paint, then that mixed media journal is absolutely fine. So this, I literally did this on the paper that comes with the Simple Stories albums. Like it looks like this. It's like just smooth card. And I was painting over the top of these to try and hide them. Plenty of layers, plenty of gesso, plenty of chalk paint for adding, what do you call it, texture and dimension. Because that's the real difference to like impressive pieces of art. It's adding the dimension. And it's really, really, really simple to do. It really is simple to do. And where am I? Okay, so you wanted to see the pieces again. This is just like playing about. I like to, whenever I paint and just add paint strokes and things in any space where there is like a wee bit of space, I will do mark making. So it'll be dots, it'll be crosses, it'll be like XEOZs or whatever. No, this way. And it's just fun to play around with brush types and all that. Ooh, Jesus. So you can see this was one of those lined pages. You can see it through the paint, but I don't mind. It actually kind of adds like another dimension to it. So you can tell that this has been layered upon. And I think this was a sponge or it was a bottle cap, something like that. It's a lot of fun to just experiment and taking the time to do so. And then this is, oh, this is just playing with one of those mermaid markers, like the bristles and the brush. I just did one direction and then the other direction. This way. God damn. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do, and that, like, I could happily spend my evenings doing this. And if you are sitting up on the couch and you've got a tray, you can have like 4 pieces of paper laid out, and you could just mark, and do 4 pieces at once. And that way you are also filling a journal quickly. Rachel, I would not worry about struggling with the right journal for you, because it's just going to be one of a bajillion eventually. So I would just say pick a friggin' journal already, lady. So, but personally, after like, I feel like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, after so much experimenting with journals, the binders are my absolute favorite, because I can unclip them and I can do that thing on the tray, and I can have 4 layers at once. I can have them on the floor or whatever. Bullet journaling, yeah, I use a bullet journal every single day for my work, but not for my artwork. So that bullet journal that you just saw is where I keep all of my art therapy exercises for us to do, and I keep notes in there, and it's less of an art book and more of a learning tool for me personally. Ooh, hockey. I have been to one hockey game in my life, and I remember a guy got a puck right in the face. I was like, well, I'm never coming back here again. I like my teeth. So I definitely prefer these journals, and I love the watercolor paper refills the most, but that's because I use watercolor the most. I find it the easiest and the most portable, because like my favorite palette is yay size, and all I need then is tiny bottle of water or some water brushes, and that's me. I'm good to go. Like, it's really small, can fit in my handbag. So I use a backpack, and I'm like traveling up and down stairs. If I want to go outside and paint, it's no bother. I don't have to like have a big case full of acrylic paint. And like, I've tried everything. I've experimented with everything, but I wouldn't worry too much. Those smaller journals from Studio Light, yeah, they're sold out everywhere. I'm actually trying to find an alternate kind of binder journal that's about A6 in size. It just would so bloody happen that my absolute favorite ones get sold out immediately. So did you see all of these, the ones that you wanted to see? And this, yep. So whenever you have one of these binders, like this is Simple Stories, you can get them in a scrapbook store, no bother. If you've got a hole punch, you can buy a watercolor paper pad, cut up the pages, and just shove it in there yourself. I'm going to find this to take it off the screen. There we go. I think that these cards I cut myself down to size for definite. More Simple Stories paper that I didn't mind going on top of. Backgrounds I still haven't finished painting on. There's another one. I'll take that out before it falls. So this is the way the dividers look before I paint it over. So one of these or this very first one. And then this is like a smooth card for stamping. Excellent. This is a really lightweight sketchbook kind of paper that I folded any kind of old paper. And whenever you're trying at the beginning to figure out the type of paper you like to work on, doing something like this is really good, because you can experiment on all types of pages that you have or may have. You can get sketchbooks, like cheaper sketchbooks. You can just test on whatever you've got. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Although I haven't found many binders smaller than this, because this is about 5x9, maybe. I know the layouts are 6x8. Actually, that's is that right? 6x8 seems quite big. But yeah, 6x8, because these are both 6x4. Yeah, Claire, you donkey. But you can get these kind of inserts, which is great, especially if you've got postcards that you've done. And these were literally from a postcard book. Actually, no, I've used it all of them. But you can get them, like you used to be able to get them in stationery stores. They're just plain postcard books. Ooh, thanks, Ivana. Hey, Ivana. Yeah, so I have had so much fun just experimenting with all the stamps, and you can experiment with your brushes. So just by seeing what happens when you drag a brush across the page, like I know for a fact that was one of these brushes. And you can just see what happens. And again, this is going to be the end of a glue stick. This is me just testing this marker here. Absolutely love these markers, neon pink. And I don't know why I am so drawn to dots, maybe because they are so simple. I don't know if Tosha is here. I was chatting to her earlier. I don't know if that's Amazonite, but it's beautiful. I love the color. Love it. Oh, I actually have a cool one. It's like a peacock. Yolita, you'll know. I just got it because of the color. Ooh. Ben's, no, not even going to try. Like this, I am so fascinated by the stuff that occurs in nature, and it's just beautiful. It's like, give it to me. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness, I've been talking for an hour. Jeepers. So yeah, that's that paint plan play class that I did, and it really helped me to peacock, or yeah, but there's another name for it. It's like Ben something. It's something. Yeah, it's really shiny and beautiful. Oh no. I hope she hasn't missed it, and I hope that she's okay. She is going to be getting some of those toilet roll papers in the post very soon. I actually found a ton of, I was clearing out a box because I needed to use it, of things that I had just kind of set aside to give away to a craft group. And it was like some of the old black and white original kind of toilet roll papers, like a ton of tear shaped patterns. And I think I have them in the bedroom at the minute, pressing down to make them as flat as possible. Well, tell us what it is, you lady. No good. Halcoprite. That's not what I bought. Let me see. It was definitely down as something else. Witches. Oh no. Oh. Nah, I bought it ages ago, so I'll not be able to find it. But peacock ore. I wonder what else they call it. Oh, CHAL, Calicoprite. I could have sworn that Bornite, that's what it was called. Bornite. Oh, there's some beautiful shades. Yes, I love those colors. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I think what I am going to do is do a wee bit of research on both Amazon.com and .co.uk to see if I can find any more of those binders, but a tiny bit smaller. I love rocks as well. Anything natural. So rocks, flowers, you name it. Flowers are actually a lot easier to draw than you think, because they're not like, it's important to remember that each petal is never perfect. So I would look at pictures of them, study pictures, and kind of just follow the lines and try and trace around them just to build up my muscle memory. Bornite is a bit different. Well, that's what this was sold to me as, Bornite. I didn't really care what it was, to be honest. It was that pretty. It's like, oh, shiny, give it to me. Please, thank you. Oh, I've fallen out with WH Smith because at the start of COVID, they were really trying to force people into the stores. A6 binders, okay, great. With clear covers. I'll have a wee look. I really like the scrapbook ones because they're usually pretty thick, but like they don't have to be. How much was it? Like £3, £2 something? Not much. Quite possibly. So this isn't an A5. This is more of a 6x8 journal, and then this one is A6. But I really like both of them. Yeah, craft covers are nice as well. I have an A5 binder downstairs with craft covers, but it's really quite small. Like you would want at least a 2.5 inch what do you call it? Oh, that's a good thick one, yeah. Ooh, that is good and thick. Oh yeah, like a planner. Oh yeah, I like that one. You just need to get a planner punch. They're about 20 bucks for the 6-ring ones. Ivana will be familiar with those. Who drew the mermaid? That is art by Marlene. She drew the cover and did the art on the cover. And it is Studio Light. She is from the Netherlands. So art by Marlene.nl. She drew the mermaid. And the cover in this one as well. And I've got another one as well. Can you tell I love her? And I've got another one as well. This one too. It says you are enough. Maybe this will show you better. This one too. My mum just knows every Christmas or birthday that I need an Art by Marlene journal. But they sell out really fast. That's when I was like Wendy. Of course, our favourite one's going to be the one that sells out that we cannot get friggin' anywhere. Gosh, I have had so much fun this evening. Yeah, the colours are amazing. Absolutely love them. So I don't want to keep you much longer because I really do appreciate you spending time on a Friday with me. I really do enjoy these sessions so much. I get so much out of them. Not only am I getting the benefit for my mental health from drawing and farting about, but I'm actually connecting with people, which for someone who's very isolated doesn't happen often. So I'm very grateful. I love having you here. I'm a usual suspect. I know exactly who you are. Labradorite. Well, I'm going to go look that up immediately. I love amethyst as well. Oh, so beautiful. And opals. Oh. Do you know that there is like a whole city, a whole town in Australia of opal mines that's like underground with hotels and everything? It's amazing. Lisa, you. I'm glad that you caught us as well today, Wendy. Thank you so much and have a great weekend, everybody. I will be back in sharing any cool journals that I find because I am in the market for another one. What, Stacey, what are you wanting at? What? Are you wanting at me going, ooh, ooh? Because Lisa said she was going to go out clubbing, but she figured this would be more fun. Made me laugh. Oh, the underground thing. Thank you, Lisa, for showing up. Not very persistent. What does that mean? I love amethyst. I got some little amethyst things in here as well, like chips, and then I've got a full rock over the other side of the room. They're just so beautiful. I really would. I want to draw them. Is mostly what I want to do. But I could just stare at them for hours because they're so pretty. Oh, they fade. My mum she got a beautiful opal ring recently from my dad, and she's like, "Do you remember whenever you were born, I got an opal ring?" And I was like, "Funny enough, Mum, I don't." She's going to watch this and kick off, making jokes about me. So yeah, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you so much. And I will be in the group chatting to all of you anyway. I'm going to go chill out downstairs. All right. And I will chat to you soon. Yeah, the Opal City. I'll send you some links because there's an underground hotel and everything. It's pretty cool. All right. Thank you guys. Cheerio.